Hey guys, I'm Brittany and this is my September TBR. So number one, the lighting in here is super duper bad. My light bulb burnt out and it's like really cloudy outside, so my window is not giving me any help, but I wanted to do my TBR because I'm super excited about it. Number one, September is my like pre-spooky month. Halloween, like horror books I always read in October, and then like kind of like thrillers I read in September every year. So these are like not crazy scary, but they're like a build up to the scary stuff. So that's what I have for you guys today, and let's just get started. So the first book on my list is going to be The Good Girl by Mary Kubica. I think that's how you pronounce her name. This is like a mystery thriller, as far as I know, about a woman who goes into a bar to meet her boyfriend and he doesn't show up. So when her boyfriend doesn't show up, I think she's like kind of angry, so she goes home with a stranger, and then it says that was a big mistake. So I'm not sure what happens from there, if this is like if he kidnaps her or what, but I am excited about it. I've heard good things about this author, but I've never read anything by her before, so I'm excited for this. Next up, I have The Dark Between by Sonia Gensler. If you have been watching me for a little while, you would know that I did haul this from a book outlet haul just because of the cover. I thought she was pretty spooky. So I think this takes place in early 1900s England, where spiritualism and like seances are kind of like very popular, and it follows three characters who go to a like building. I don't know if it's like an old school or if it's abandoned or whatever, and they find a dead body. So I think they have to figure out like where the dead body came from, and I think it's like a little ghosty, like it's got some ghosty elements. So yeah, this might be pretty spooky or it could be pretty lame, but I will let you guys know. Next up, I have Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. This was like all over BookTube for like a very, very long time, and I wasn't like super interested in it, but I did see it for 25 cents at Salvation Army, so I picked it up. I think this takes place in the late 1800s, and this young woman has decided to apprentice in forensics, and so her apprenticeship takes her on to an investigation of the serial killer Jack the Ripper. So I'm not really knowing what to expect. I don't know if this is like supposed to be scary or like mystery or like what, because I know it's YA, so that leads me to believe it's not gonna be like a super good mystery. If it is in fact a mystery, I haven't had very good luck with YA mysteries almost ever. Yeah, so I will be reading this and I will let you guys know my thoughts and feelings. Up next, I have The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding by Alexandra Bracken. This is a middle grade, and I know it was popular like sometime last year, I believe. I think I saw a lot of people hauling this, but I never remember seeing anybody actually reading it, so that might be a bad thing. But it did seem pretty interesting. It's a middle grade about a boy. I'm assuming his name is Prosper Redding, and his family has made a deal with a demon. So from what I gather, this demon has granted them good fortune, and in exchange for this good fortune, the demon has put a curse on like a great-great-great-grandchild, which happens to be our main character. So he is cursed and has a demon living inside of him. So yeah, I don't know what the tone of this is gonna be, but I do love middle grade mystery and horror as opposed to young adult, so I have high hopes. Next up, I have Land of the Living by Nikki French. This is like an old mass market paperback that I randomly acquired, and apparently it's been like laying around my house. I think this is about a woman who was kidnapped and when she is kidnapped, she wakes up and she's tied up, and I don't really know what happens aside from, it says on the back here that everything that she knew about her life before being kidnapped is apparently false. So her boyfriend is not her boyfriend, her life isn't really her life. So yeah, I'm hoping this is not like a generic mystery, but we'll see. Next, I have Cirque de Freak by Darren Shan. I'm not going to go too far into detail on this one. It's pretty popular. I read it when I was very young, and I don't remember anything about it really, except that a boy visits a circus, I believe, and there are vampires. So I thought that this would be interesting to read again, since I just acquired a new copy. So I'm going to read it again. Next up, I have Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendar Blake. I believe this follows a boy who comes from a family of ghost hunters, and so he needs to hunt a very specific ghost, which happens to be Anna Dressed in Blood, is what they call her. And I'm not gonna lie, the back of the book leads me to believe this might be like a romance between a boy and a ghost, which is not my thing. At all, so hopefully that's not what's happening here, but I can get behind a good ghost story, so yeah. Next up, I have The House by Christina Lauren. I don't really know what this is about. The synopsis in the dust jacket is like very vague, and the only thing I can gather from it is that it's about a haunted house and like people with secrets, as they all usually are. So I guess I really don't need to know much more else, because yeah, I like haunted houses, so hopefully this is enjoyable. Next up, I have Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. This is a movie, as I'm sure you guys know, and I watched the movie when it came out, and I have no recollection of anything that happened, but it says on the back here that it's about zombies. Like a boy is a zombie, and he meets a girl, and he like really wants to like just eat her brains, or just her in general, because he is a zombie. But I think this might have some romance, which, as I just said, is not my thing. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. It's pretty short, so yeah. And the last two things that I have are both middle grade ghost stories by the same author. So I have Took by Mary Downing Hahn, and then Deep and Dark and Dangerous by the same author. These are like just little middle grade ghost stories. I found them at Goodwill. They were probably like 25 cents, 50 cents. So they're really short, really cute, and as I said, I do really like middle grade ghost stories. They're always like so much spookier than normal ghost stories, to me anyway. Coraline like really scared me when I was little, and I reread that as an adult, and I am still scared. So it is my son's favorite movie of all time, but it really spooks me. So I'm hoping these give me a good introduction into October. So I'm not expecting them to be like too scary, but hopefully they're scary enough to lead me into a good place for October. So that is it, you guys. If you see anything that you would like to buddy read, please be my guest and comment down below, or find me on Twitter. My DMs are always open. We can buddy read. And if anybody knows any good like readathons happening in September, let me know. I saw a contemporary-thon is happening. Might participate in that if I can get like some of these books to fit into categories. I think Emoji-a-thon is happening, which I am not participating in. So if you guys know of any other ones, please do let me know, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!